Effective from the 22nd of December 2020, movements will be restricted from 8 p.m. as part of the cabinet resolutions to fight the spread of COVID-19. This evening, from our RBA Studio 2, we're joined by Rwanda National Police spokesperson CP John Bosco Kabera. Good evening, sir, and thanks for joining us.
Good evening, thank you.
Curfew hours changes to 8 p.m. How is Rwanda National Police going to follow up on the implementation of this?
Thank you very much. On the part of the police, we normally do two things, which we call two E's. Two E's, education and enforcement. In terms of education and engaging the public, we shall use different media platforms, including television, radios, social media, to engage the public and sensitize them against practices that expose them to COVID-19. So we've been doing this for months, and we think we are well placed to continue engaging the public and educating them about the all issues related to COVID-19. Secondly, is the enforcement, another E, which is the standard for enforcement. Rwanda National Police has been enforcing these COVID-19 preventive measures for the last 9 months.
Right.
So we shall deploy police officers along the roads and different areas to make sure that people really adhere to measures that are aimed at preventing the spread of this virus. We shall deploy equipment. Of course, police officers are always supported by equipment and material resources to support them in these operations. In addition to this, we shall liaise and coordinate and cooperate with other government institutions, departments and agencies to make sure that inspections are conducted in different places across the country,
right,
and to make sure that people adhere to COVID-19 preventive measures.
Right. As we're talking about this, the traffic security report indicated that 1,826 road accidents happened between March and August this year, and as up to 744 of them occurred during the last hour of the curfew. With the curfew being brought to 8 p.m., and of course, as we are approaching the Christmas and the New Year, which are the days of celebration to many of us, don't you think accidents might increase in this period? And if yes, what are your plans to contain this?
Thank you. First of all, we just want to say that the Christmas and the New Year are not going to be the Christmas and New Year as usual. We said this before. This is going to be very difficult, and this is going to be very, very. I think people should understand why this should not be the usual Christmas and New Year.
Right.
We are fighting COVID-19. There are guidelines and the preventive measures that have been put in place, which people must respect. So we ask people to celebrate from their homes and responsibly.
Right.
That's one. Two, there's no correlation between curfew and accidents that took place previously. So we have always said curfew starting at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. or 4 p.m. Does not cause any accident.
Right.
Accidents are caused by individual behavior of the drivers, and possibly the mechanical condition of a given vehicle. So as well, we shall deploy police officers on the road. We shall try to engage the public on how to behave. Last year and up to the beginning of this year, when we had COVID-19, we are conducting Geramhor campaign, aimed at sensitizing all road users to use the road responsibly and follow all rules and regulations with regard to traffic and the way the usage of the road. So we think we are going to continue engaging the public and educating the people, but at the same time, we will be there to enforce traffic rules and regulations. So we ask people to behave responsibly and celebrate responsibly.
Right. Finally, sir, what's your call to the general public?
We call upon the general public to, first of all, to understand that COVID is real. It kills, and it is there until, I think, we get the vaccination and possibly the treatment.
Right.
Secondly, people should adhere to all guidelines issued by the government and the other agencies.
Right.
That are aimed at protecting them from this pandemic. 3, police with other stakeholders are ready and have been doing this for months, and we shall be prepared to enforce the regulations, the measures, but to ask the public to take responsibility as well. Because we know even if we can deploy as many police officers as we could have, or even working with other institutions, but without the compliance and the understanding of the people, of the public, we cannot defeat this pandemic.
Right.
So we call them to comply, we call them to give us information for those who breach the regulations, and we shall be ready to intervene when and where necessary.
Thank you very much for your time, sir.
You're welcome.